bastante viciado aquí en la droga con el juego. Y estamos aquí en habilidades porque bueno, en equipo más bien nos hemos cambiado a Garuda por Titán. Nos hemos cambiado a Garuda por Titán, más que nada por probar un poco. Y ya está, por probar un poco. Así que tenemos, después de haber hecho lo que Meat nos había encomendado, vamos a seguir. Vamos a seguir. Y tenemos un par de secundarias también por ver. Así que vamos a como siempre, vamos a hacer las secundarias y después nos vamos a la principal. Que la tenemos aquí. Doris.
Do you have a moment, Sid? A team of curse breakers has gone missing near Northreach.
Which team?
Coles. They were sent to liberate a carriage of bearers before they could be smuggled to market. They were moving in for their assault when the carriage was attacked by goblins. A curse breaker managed to release a Stolas amid the confusion, but this was days ago. They should be back by now, but I've heard nothing from any of them. I can't help but worry that...
They know the work is dangerous, but I'm sure they're fine.
But what if I've got them all killed? Before they go out, I always remind them why we're doing this, what they escaped, and what we're freeing people from. But I never really thought how my words might affect them. What risks they might take because of the things I've said.
Sí, claro. Busquemos al equipo de Cole.
We'll both rest easier knowing they're safe.
Thank you, Sid. And I'm sorry to trouble you with this. The plan was to intercept the slaver somewhere in the Dragon's Eyrie. I can't tell you much more than that, I'm afraid.
That should be enough to go on. If they were there, Torgal will track them down.
Vale, genial. Encuentra el equipo de Cole. Que lo tenemos en Northreach. Pues para allá que vamos.
Slavers don't even bother.
Tampoco está tan lejos. Podemos ir sin ambrosía. Nido del dragón. Vale, están aquí.
Oh, I'm glad you're in one piece.
Just about. Sid, if you don't mind me asking, what are you doing here?
Doris sent me to find you. She hasn't heard anything since the attack. She's been worried about you.
I sent a runner to the Dame in Northreach. The hideaway should have learned of our survival yesterday.
Well, I'm here now. And it looks like you freed the bearers.
Only some. The rest locked themselves in the slaver's carriage rather than fleeing when they had the chance. I want to help them, Sid. But we're barely in any state to protect those few we did save.
You made the right decision. Now where's the carriage?
The goblins may still be out there.
You have duties to attend to here. See to the injured. I'll handle the rest.
All right. Just follow the path to the south. You'll come across the carriage soon enough. And please, hurry. If the beastmen get to those bearers, the poor souls will be eaten alive.
I won't let that happen.
Thank you. And Sid, it's good to see you.
Ah, no hay problema, hombre. No hay problema.
They're trying to get into the carriage.
Bueno. Es como un escudo. Espabila. Ah, quería pararlo. Quería pararlo. Vale. Collar de huesos, ceniza etérea.
Who are you? A friend. Are there any more survivors? Why didn't you flee with the others? If the goblins had made it through that door, you wouldn't have stood a chance.
Why should we run? One miserable death's no worse than another.
Perhaps. But we're here to give you another choice. Freedom, safety. The life you've been denied. Come with us. Let us protect you.
Sid, I couldn't just let you... You weren't too late then. Thank the gods.
This man risked his life to save yours. To give you a second chance.
Fine. Do with us what you will.
What we'll do with you is take you to safety. After that, it's up to you. Your lives are your own now.
You can leave the rest to us, Sid. We'll get everyone back to the hideaway.
Thank you. I'll let Doris know we're expecting new arrivals.
Vale, genial. Informa a Doris. Quería mirar una cosa. Quiero encontrar el monstruo aquel, tío. ¿Os acordáis del monstruo del último capítulo? Tiene que estar por algún lado de estos tres y lo quiero encontrar. Por aquí ya pasé. Creo.
Time to fight.
Ah, me tenía que tirar el tío. Venga, hombre. El dragón que me busca las cosquillas.
Come on.
Tiene que estar por algún lado de aquí, tío. De verdad. Oh, lo encontré. Príncipe. Lo encontré. De pura chiripa. Buah, hay que matarlo, ¿eh?
Take us unawares, did you?
Ojito.
Guess we're all ready.
Este no es moco de pavo, ¿eh? Buah. Vamos, Clive. No. Mierda.
Why do you do that?
No, no, Clive.
Too slow. Nice try.
Buah, tío, le queda nada. Le queda nada y me va a dar por culo. ¡Oh! Escoria derrotada, apoteósico. Le quedaba nada, tío. Y a mí me quedaba nada. Subimos de nivel. 32. Nivel 32. Buah, masa gelatinosa. Vale.
Well, it's dead now. Whatever it was.
No sé, pero nos ha dado... Nos ha dado guerra. Nos ha dado guerra. Volvamos a la guarida. Nos ha dado guerra. Vale, primero vamos a... informar a Doris. Lo encontré de casualidad, ¿eh? Un día te pasas todo el día mirando y no lo encuentras. Y hoy... Vale.
Sid, welcome back. A Stolas from the Dame arrived not long after you left. If I'd just waited a little longer, I might have been able to deal with things myself. Or maybe I wouldn't. I keep making the wrong decisions.
Cole and the others got home safely. You made exactly the right decision.
No, I was lucky. I've been tracking that slaver for months, and then I sent Cole and you after them, woefully unprepared. What kind of leader sends people into danger without considering all the risks? I should have urged greater caution, told Cole to be wary, to pull back at the first sign of trouble.
We swore the same oath as you, Doris.
It's good to see you safe and well, Cole. I'm sorry.
With all due respect, we Cursebreakers don't risk our lives because you commanded of us. We risk them because we believe in our cause. No one with doubts ever joins our ranks. The agony of removing the brand more than sees to that.
We all know how much bravery that takes.
Cole, I never doubted your courage. Only my ability to see it put to good use. Thank you for your faith in me. I'm not sure I deserve it. I sometimes wonder if I might prefer to risk death alongside the others than ask it of them. But I'm a Cursebreaker. I swore an oath too. I have a role to play, and I must trust that I'm the right one to play it.
You will. In time.
Genial. Vale.
I didn't mean to doubt my comrades, but I couldn't leave them out there either. I need to trust them more, I see that. But that doesn't mean I need to care about them any less.
Vale, pues vamos a ver aquí, a Desiree.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Your benefactors are a generous lot. Here you are.
Genial. Y parece que queda... Vale, 350, vale.
Come again. I may have more for you.
Y aquí nuestro amigo Muguri. Pues ahora mismo tenemos todos. Todos derrotados. Está un poquito escondido, ¿eh? Vale, genial. La otra secundaria... Ah, está en la enfermería. Vale, bueno, vamos a contarle a Arpócrates, ya que lo tenemos aquí cerca. Ah, y vamos a comprar... No, no, espera, podemos hacer... Me parece que podemos hacer algo aquí, espera. Esperar.
So, will it be?
No, 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 porque no nos lo diría.
Fine.
Well, don't just stand there gawping. Go
Y
on,
aquí
then.
quiero comprarte. Quiero comprarte... Pociones.
You'll not find a better price than that. It'd better all be a
Pociones porque nos la hemos fundido con el...
blind, you know.
Con el bicharraco
You'll
ese,
not
tío.
find a better price than that. It's rubbing me blind, you know.
Vale. Y podemos vender... Esto lo podemos vender.
I reckon I can find a buyer.
Y este también.
I'll be thankful you got that much.
Es mucho la diferencia.
I reckon I can find a buyer.
Lo vendemos. Incrementa el ataque temporalmente al ejecutar una esquiva perfecta. Ese lo tenemos. Bueno. Podemos vender esto. Podemos vender esto. Y de momento ya está. Vale, vamos a contarle a nuestro amigo y vecino.
Tone says he's looking for books about Torgal. I know.
How good it is to see you, Clive.
Ah, mira, preguntar sobre Mead. La joven Mead siempre ha gozado de una mente ágil y despierta.
From the moment of her very first steps.
Desde niña ya dedicó sus días en la guarida a desmontar todo cuanto caía en sus manos. Mas cuando empezó a ensamblarlo de nuevo sin mayor impedimento, Cid tomó conciencia del don que tenía su hija. Con el fin de no desaprovecharlo, mandó a Mead a la Universidad de Camber para que estudiara bajo la tutela de los mejores mecánicos de las ciudades libres. En aquel momento cumplía 11 primaveras. Desde entonces hemos disfrutado de los frutos de su intelecto, inventos sin los que la guarida no podría subsistir. Sin embargo, la chica nos suele regalarnos con su presencia. Barrunto, que solo tenía miedo de que este nuevo hogar le recordara todo lo que había perdido. Preguntar sobre Ted y Crow. ¿Sabías que los padres de Ted y Crow eran portadores? No les debió de ser fácil encontrar el amor en un mundo que les había negado todo lo demás. Pero este acabó floreciendo en profusión. Un amor que siguieron regando y compartiendo con la llegada de Ted y Crow. Hasta que se lo arrebataron a la fuerza, arrojando a los mellizos a un pozo de oscuridad que ninguna persona debería experimentar. Y mientras el responsable continúe con vida, la sombra de la tragedia seguirá cerniéndose sobre nosotros. Vale, memorándum.
I have compiled some new entries, if you would like to see them.
Un poquito más.
Wish to study the tones?
Un poquito más. Vale. Pues a ver si podemos hacer la secundaria antes de la principal. O nos tocará hacer la principal antes de la secundaria. Porque están en la misma habitación. Nos habrán dado... Bueno. Poquita cosa, ¿eh? Vale, pues están aquí las dos.
Ah, Clive.
Talia, how's Jill?
Recovering, but she still needs her rest.
Of course. Take good care of her, won't you?
I'll do my best. Oh, Gav was looking for you. He said he had something to show you in the shelves.
The shelves. Oh, that's right. He went to ask Hippocrates about Torgal. He must have found something.
Vale.
Don't keep Gav waiting. He seemed excited.
Jill está aquí. Registro clínico. Paciente Clive. ¿Qué tal, Jill?
A lot better, thanks to Talia's remedies. But she insists I rest.
Vale, sí, no hay problema. Pues antes de ir a ver a Gav, Rodríguez, vamos a hacer esta secundaria.
Talia has tasked me with removing a curse breaker's brand. But
my first time, and I don't think I can do it. I'm afraid of what happens if I fail. You survived, I know, but here as many die as recover. Is it really worth the risk?
You don't need me to answer that. You know full well what we're fighting for. I hope as much as you that one day bearers can walk among others as equals. But until that day, a brand is a burden, and we must lift that burden in order to go undetected. The operation may be dangerous, but it's also essential, and we undergo it willingly.
I know. I still wish there was some other way, but griping about my lot helps no one, I suppose. Don't worry. I'll do what must be done.
I know you will.
Unfortunately, the first thing that needs doing is the preparation of a draft to dull the pain. Something I can't do with the infirmary's ammonia supply so low. What few leaves we have would barely be enough for removing a splinter, let alone a brand.
Sí, claro.
Just tell me what you need.
You'll go? Oh, thank you. No one knows herb lore like Taya, and she swears by ammonia for easing pain. It's simple enough to find, if you know where to look. And fortunately for you, I do. Along the river near the village of Amber over in Rosaria. Just search for the bright blue blossoms.
Vale. Pues no hay problema. Para allí que vamos. Para allí que vamos. Mira, el mismo sitio del monstruo. O sea, al fin y al cabo la misión, yo creo que las misiones, sobre todo las secundarias, te acaban llevando todo a todo, ¿sabes? ¿Me entendéis? No habría que buscar mucho, pero bueno. Cada uno tiene su manera de jugar.
The river was easy enough to find. Now for those herbs.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Hombre, muérete ya. Vale, aquí tenemos Erimonela.
This is the only plant around here with blue flowers. I hope it's the right one. Should be enough to keep the infirmary stocked for a while. Hopefully this will put Rodriguez's mind at ease.
Pues sí. Podemos volver. Y se las damos.
The little ones have been up to their old tricks again.
Hola, hola, ¿qué tal? Aquí tienes.
I hope you didn't have too much trouble finding the ammonia.
Ah, unos cuantos bichajos.
Only the usual.
Ha sido un paseo.
Oh, yes. This is it. And more than I was expecting. I dare say the patient won't feel a thing. That is, unless I...
You'll do fine. Taya trusts you, which means I trust you. The hideaway would be lost without skilled physicers like yourself.
Thank you for the kind words. Truly. But I'm sorry. I'm still terrified. The brand is more than just ink on flesh. It's a death sentence. Milk of the wyvern tail lurking just below the surface of the skin. One ill-conceived incision, a single slip, and the poison fouls the patient's blood. Failure means death, and even success means tremendous pain. Days of agony as the wound heals. I became a physiker to help people, not to kill them. I don't want to kill anyone.
Cursebreakers lead hard lives, and the operation is only the beginning. They toil in the shadows, risking life and limb, knowing their efforts will win them neither glory nor acclaim. And yet we never won for volunteers. Why do you think that is?
Conviction? They're willing to die?
They're willing to fight. To give their lives to create a world where people like us can be more than mere possessions. I know your work isn't easy, but neither is going under the knife. Be a shoulder for your patients to lean on. Stay strong for them.
You sound like Taya. Do you know what she once told me? It's natural for a patient to feel like they're suffering in solitude. And it's a physicist's duty to see that they don't. Thank you for helping me remember that. I won't falter. Not again.
Muy bien. Sedante y bisturí. Perfecto. Genial. Pues nos podemos ir a hablar con Gaz. Tan ricamente. Tan panchamente. A ver qué he averiguado sobre Torgal. Porque Torgal está hecho ahora un fiera. Vale.
Clive, where have you been?
Bueno, haciendo
I've been wanting
cosillas.
to ask you something about Torgal. Where did you get him? Like, in the first place?
Es que Torgal es un misterio.
My father brought him back from one of his expeditions into the Northern Territories. They were crossing a snowfield when they heard his cries, and seeing no sign of his pack, they took him in.
What do you reckon, Tomes?
It certainly adds weight to the theory. Clive, I believe that Torgal may be no mere hound, but a rare frost wolf, an animal native to the far northern reaches of...
Lobigélido.
In one of our oldest bestiaries, I found reference to a frost wolf who served as guardian to an ancient queen of the north. Such was his mastery over ether, he could cast magics on command. His name was Fenrir.
Fenrir the Frost Wolf.
Sí, le dice.
Now,
Le dice que sí.
the annals do not state it explicitly, but I have reason to believe this queen was a dominant of Shiva, a girl from the Northern Territories and her faithful hound. One awakens as the dominant of Shiva, and the other...
You're saying that Jill granted Torgal his powers?
What?
Just like Fenrir. People called him my hound, but Torgal and Jill were inseparable. He grew up as a faithful companion to the dominant of Shiva, and years later, his powers awakened, just when his master needed him the most.
You're right. If it weren't for Torgal blasting those bastards to Kingdom Come, Jill would have been for it.
Quite. Though Torgal's power is his own, his latent birthright as a Frostwolf, it had only to be unlocked.
Oh, get you, Torgal.
You're an even finer hound than we thought.
And regarding your original concern, you need not fear for Torgal's health. Why, the beast has the appetite of a behemoth. Just this very morn, I found him with his nose buried in my nuts.
There you are! I've been looking everywhere for you. Bernard's here. I need you to introduce us so we can get to work.
I shan't be a moment.
Entonces esperaba a la chica. Momentos más tarde.
It's brilliant.
It is.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you. You and everyone else. But I promise I'll pay you back. I'm gonna work my fingers to the bone for you lot. Starting right now. Just you wait. I'll make wonders like this world's never seen.
Then I look forward to seeing them.
Madre mía. Madre mía.
Now that that's settled, I wonder if Vivian's made any progress tracking down Kupka.
We have everything we need to begin work in earnest. And work in earnest we shall.
Bernard.
Before, son. That was a good deed you did me. Only right I do you one in return. Though I did wonder if I'd bit off more than I could chew when Mid showed me her plans for the place. If she hadn't been there to tell me what to do, I wouldn't have known where to start.
Madre mía, el tallercico que os habéis montado aquí.
Let me do this, Clive. I'll pay you back, I promise.
La han hecho abajo. Aquí donde estaba ella. Vale. Genial. Pues es hora de partir. Vamos a hablar con Vivian.
How goes the hunt for Kupka?
Largely in circles. We have myriad sightings of strange soldiers in unexpected places, but nothing definitive as yet. If only we knew for certain by what route he left Rosalith.
Well, keep at it. If anyone can piece this puzzle together, it's you. And I'm willing to wait as long as it takes.
What? Here?
Would that be a problem?
Do you know, Clive?
Digo, ¿qué hace?
I believe it a mercy that you didn't inherit your father's throne. Your poor people would surely live in fear of you.
You have nothing to worry about on that front. I won't be claiming his crown.
That is a relief.
Clive, have you got a minute? We, have a guest.
A guest?
¿De quién?
trouble?
It was a pleasure, in hindsight.
De nuestro tío.
Clive, my boy! Tap a cask and stoke the ovens for your favorite uncle is here!
Madre. Mientras tanto, qué bonito es este sitio. Twinside, nueva capital imperial.
The Dalmekian government.
Sala de audiencias.
How shall we respond?
If they're willing to accept their fault in the matter, I see no reason to refuse them.
Still, we must insist on substantial reparations. Twinside stores are not as bottomless as reported.
Aye, and we have many more mouths to feed. We shall just have to have the Dalmecs empty their treasuries for us.
Of course, none of this would have been possible without your timely intervention, Prince Olivier.
Indeed, I doubt any of us would have had the courage to trade words with the mighty Titan, nor less the wit to win him over.
The Empire owes you a great debt.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you, Your Highness.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you. Very good. Now, let us come to the question of precisely when the Dalmecs will withdraw their troops.
Dion's fire could rid us of them in mere moments. The men of the Fist will not withdraw until a peace treaty is concluded. So let us keep the negotiations
Hola,
open,
Bonnie.
give them time to gather what gold and trinkets they can. And once they deliver
Bienvenida.
back what we demand, what worth is a piece of parchment?
Your Radiance, were Prince Dion to take the field, the enemy would surely send their own dominant to meet him. And while His Highness would of course prevail, there would be heavy losses on both.
You need not fear Hugo Kupka. He is engaged on the Western Front. Even were the Dalmecs to send for him, he would not arrive in time. As much as I would enjoy witnessing a clash between Bahamut and Titan, it is not to be.
And what of your subjects, Your Radiance? If the fighting spread to the city proper, the people would bear the brunt of it.
There will be losses, it is true. Yet for every citizen who falls, another can be bred. For every home that burns, another can be built.
Claro, no te fastidias.
The Empire will live on.
Este es su hijo. No está, no está convencido.
Yes, sir.
Y el niño es el hermanastro que ha tenido con la madre de Clive y Joshua.
Prepare for battle.
But sire...
Do not make me repeat myself. Return to your camp and await my orders.
El niño está enmamado. Madre mía.
That is your wish, your radiance. I shall depart at once. May Gregor forgive you.
What do the astrologers augur?
The stars are in agreement, Your Radiance. The shadow of treachery hangs over Prince Dion.
Boh. Ya sospecha de su hijo.
So Annabella's tales were true. You disappoint me, Dion.
Buah, tío, es mala con ganas esta. Buah, ya tienen al hijo en el foco también. Es mala con ganas. Es mala con ganas la emperatriz, la madre de Clive. Y ahora tenemos a Dion, que es Bahamut, que el padre lo tiene ya... No se fía de él. Vale. Se pone cada vez más interesante esto. Vale, tenemos que bajar. La historia cada vez se pone mejor, ¿eh? Madre mía. Cada vez va mejor. ¿Qué pasa, Gav?
Fuck me. Never thought I'd see the day Lord Byron Rossfield of the Seven High Houses came to tea.
Bueno. A ver, ¿qué pasa, tío?
Ah, my dear nephew. How I've missed you.
How did you find this place, Uncle?
Through the good offices of young Sir Wade. He really is the most helpful fellow. As are you, I hear. The Guardians and those they freed tell the most outlandish tales of your heroics in Rosalith. Which is why I came, to learn the full truth of the matter. Sort the fact from the fiction, so to speak.
You were working with the Guardians of the Flame to evacuate the people of Rosalith to Port Isolde.
I was, aye.
Then I have questions for you. Please, come inside, Uncle.
Gladly. You there? There are 2,000 gold talents in those chests. See that they're added to my nephew's coffers, would you?
20 millones de guiles. What?
And I'm afraid that is all I know.
A fleet sailing south past Port Isolde. Most intriguing.
Forgive me for not being able to tell you more. I hadn't the faintest idea Coco withdrew wounded from Rosalith. Still less that my own nephew dealt the decisive blow.
What do you think, Vivian?
I think, with this news of the Dalmekian fleet and recent reports of the Royalists' movements, that the final piece of the puzzle has fallen into place. Come here and I'll show you.
Madre mía. Está liando un pitote.
It is known that Kupka's forces entered Rosaria via its unguarded coast. So can the same be said of your visitors from Waloed? Certainly her Royal Navy is famed for the efficiency with which it bears her knights from one battlefield to the next. And in the Ein Herja, or Black Galleon, she boasts a vessel nigh as swift and every bit as feared as the kingdom's legendary cavalry. A fitting flagship for a land apart, her naval presence being crucial to her ambitions beyond Ash. Yes, it seems safe to assume that the Royalists did indeed enter Rosaria from the sea. So then, had you a vested interest in Titan's survival, whither would you take him? Why, home to Drake's Fang, a place rich enough in ether to conjure the magics needed to mend his hurts. Or would that not entail an arduous voyage around the southern cape? Let us say that the Royalists did put ashore with a mind to spirit Kupka away from under your very nose. Could that truly have been their plan for him? To load him aboard one of the ships flying Republican colors sighted off the coast near Port Isolde. To spend weeks at sea, being tossed hither and yon by unforgiving waves, his life hanging in the balance. No. The journey would mean Titan's death, and Kupka's faithful creatures would not allow it. So what then was the plan of our Waluda friends? Reports suggest they made not for the coast, but for the desert. And by cutting through the Velcroy, a party traveling light would have Titan back in his bed days before a galley could lurch into port. To wit, it was the Royalists, not the Republicans, who effected Hugo Kupka's safe retreat. I would stake your life on it.
Vale, pues para el desierto. ¿No? ¿Entiendo?
So it was the Waludas who spirited the wretch away. Now I think about it, there was something a little strange about the ships I saw. The men seemed almost crestfallen, as if in mourning, as if they believed, or were made to believe, that their master was dead.
You have a keen mind, Lord Rosfield. And you have your answer. To find Kupka, you have merely to follow the Royalist trail across the Velcroy. It may well have gone cold by now, but as they say in the Republic, all roads lead to Drake's Fang.
Allow me to accompany you part of the way. As luck would have it, I had intended to journey Canberward on business after visiting you here. The Fang would be but a short detour.
I'd be glad of the company.
Vale.
Give me a moment to make ready. I need to tell my friends what we've learned and where we're going.
Very well, but be quick about it, my boy. Time waits for no man.
Qué gracioso el tío. Vale.
And how may I assist you today?
Voy a preguntar sobre Meat.
We met under curious circumstances.
Nuestro encuentro fue cuanto menos curioso. La conocí cuando enseñaba en la universidad. Había vuelto a mi aula a horas intempestivas para recoger unos cuadernos cuando descubrí a Meat escondida bajo la mesa, esbozando un diseño a la luz de una vela. Resulta que se había fabricado una llave y hacía varias lunas que se refugiaba allí de otros tutores menos amistosos. Le pedí que se fuera, pero ya sabes cómo es. Acabó convenciéndome para que la dejara continuar con sus incursiones y, por si fuera poco, la aceptara como alumna. Muy a mi pesar, pues Smith siguió desafiando mi autoridad durante mis clases. Esa era la recompensa que merecía tras tantos años de incansable estudio, que una aprendiz de ingeniera me atormentara con sus comentarios y me tratara sin el debido respeto. Con todo, su infatigable curiosidad la llevó a descubrir el atentado contra mi vida que se fraguaba entre las sombras y acudió a ti para rescatarme. Entonces fui yo quien vino a refugiarse en la guarida, tal y como ella había hecho en mi aula. Y sobre Byron.
Lord
Byron Rosfield de las 7 Casas, regidor de Puerto Isolda. Y nada más y nada menos que tu tío. Los rumores lo describen como un caballero de gran osadía, que se haya aventurado a solas en la guarida secreta del malvado Cid el infame es buena muestra de ello. Será un aliado muy valioso, cuenta con numerosos contactos entre la nobleza rosariana que nos serán de gran provecho. Quién sabe, puede que pronto acabemos recibiendo a las demás casas en una gran velada en la guarida. Tengo que ir practicando mis pasos de baile.
Allow me to educate you.
Qué graciosa. Vale.
Finished outfitting our little workshop, I hear. With a little help from Sid, of course.
Of course. Our new leader's no better at resisting her wheedling than the old one.
Estos tipos dicen que Meat ha acabado el taller. No lo creo. A ver.
Who's this blue blood?
Hola.
It's going to make next.
Ah, no, estaba por el otro lado. Ah, estaba por el otro lado. Estaban diciendo que estaba acabado. No lo creo. Lo indicaría. Y nuestro tío esperando ahí.
I think I'll wait till Mid's away to take it to Northwood.
I wish Miss Mid had done. Thanks for letting me do this, Clive. I'll pay you back, I promise.
Espabila, hombre, a acabar el taller este. Espabilate. Vale. Habla con Otto. Pues hablemos con Otto.
Otto, Kupka's at Drake's Fang. I'll be leaving before sunset.
You're not going in there alone, are you?
Don't worry. I'm not going there to destroy the Mother Crystal. All I'm after is Kupka's head. I won't risk any more than I have to. I promise.
The Lanza and the Fang are all Kupka's personal fiefdom. You have any trouble on the way, you ask for Rosina Dalamil. Some call her the Desert Hare.
Who is she?
An old associate of Sid's, and only Sid's. All I know is the name, and that they used to meet at the Dalamil Inn. We've heard nothing from her since he died. But I'm thinking maybe the new Sid.
¿Será la hija de Cid?
Back into the fold.
La hija de Cid tiene que salir.
I'll keep that in mind.
So, what about your uncle? I mean, he's welcome to stay, but...
Don't look so worried. He'll be coming with me.
Thank fuck for that.
Gav, Otto, I'm leaving you two in charge.
You can count on us.
La hija de Cid tiene que aparecer. Habla con Byron. Y no me extrañaría que fuese esta.
All right, Uncle. I'm ready to depart.
Vamos.
Shall we?
We shall. Come, let us away to adventure.
Vamos allá. Desierto de Belcroy, Dalmequia noroccidental, árido mar de arena que abarca una vasta extensión al oeste de la República de Dalmequia. Muy interesante. Vamos para allá. Desierto de Belcroy. República de Dalmequia.
I was a young man when last I walked this path. There's an old trading post not far from here. The road to Drake's Fang leads through it.
The trading post it is.
Un enigma entre las arenas. Ve a Dalimil. Desierto de Belcroy. Genial. Con obelisco incluido. Pues vamos a mirar un poco el sitio nuevo, ¿no?
Lies over that dune, beyond the ruins. Mark 'em well, Clive. It's all too easy to lose one's bearings in the sands.
Tranquilo, yo me oriento bien. Y quiero mirar qué hay por aquí.
When you were just a boy, you and I rode this way together, accompanying your father on a scouting expedition to Drake's Fang.
He let me come with you.
I'm not surprised you don't remember. It was just before Joshua was born. You were so eager to be there when your brother arrived that you whipped your chocobo too hard on the journey home and fell from the saddle. I shall never forget how Elwyn fussed over you as you sat in the sand, bawling like a baby.
Vamos allá. Bueno. Es toda una movida esto de aquí, ¿eh? Perfecto. Cómo mola la música, tío. A ver qué hay por aquí. Cheratina. Vale, esto es un nuevo lugar. Así que... sigamos. Fuera. Seis rosas del desierto. Venga, para tu casa. Los chocobos, si no les ataco, no harán nada. Pero bueno, tú mueres. Aquí veo que estáis apurados, ¿eh? Busco también si hay algún cofre. Mira, mis amigos. Vamos. Oh, subimos de nivel. Nivel 33. Parece que por aquí nada más. Y con esto acabamos. Vamos. Este sitio es grande con ganas, ¿eh?
Have you lost your way already, my boy? The ruin marks the road to the...
Ya lo sé, hombre, ya lo sé, no me he perdido. Estoy aquí calentando un poco. Vale, de aquí no voy a pasar. Vaya, vaya. frito. Has quedado frito. Vale, estos los vamos a dejar. Vamos a dar la vuelta por aquí. Vaya, un dragón. Vamos. Toma. Toma. Un dragón menos. Me gusta inspeccionar la zona, ¿sabes? Un poco. Bueno. Genial. Ah, es para allí encima. Vale, pues vamos a ver aquí qué hay. Pensaba que era aquí dentro. Vale, pues vamos a ver qué hay aquí dentro. Vale, es como una zona de descanso, como un refugio. porque el obelisco queda para allá. Vamos a ir a la zona aquella, que parece que está... Es una zona cerrada.
Run like the wind.
¿Dónde he visto yo? ¿Vos? Aquí. Allí, quiero ir allí. No he ido antes porque me pensaba que se extendía más el territorio, pero... No. Es una zona cerrada. Así que quiero ver qué hay. Son unas ruinas. Cheratina o queratina. Igual no hay gran cosa. Pues no, aparentemente no hay gran cosa. No. Vale. Pues vamos a tirar. Para allí.
Who do you think those soldiers were?
Es un refugio a la sombra. Vale, aquí hay cositas, ¿eh? Que vamos a recoger. por aquí no.
There she is, the good old Dalamil Inn. Do you know, this heat has given me quite a thirst. Quick drink before we press on?
Qué bonito, tío. Qué bonito. Madre mía.